Hello, everyone. This is Fans View TV. My name is Ahmed, and you're welcome to the weekend preview. Here, we're going to be talking about some selected matches, not all weekend matches, so just a few of them. And we're going to start with Chelsea versus Everton. Welcome, guys. So, what far as the Chelsea fan, what do you have to say? Chelsea, Everton.
So, and to be fair, you know what? Yeah, I'm less interested in our games this period. So I don't know if we are home or away.
So, you're at home, playing at Stamford Bridge.
Well, it's not even a new thing if we are home or away. You know, it's Chelsea. Like the last game I told you against Sheffield. Was it Sheffield who played? Before then, we had a preview. I said,
Man United.
yeah. After that game, you were kind of saying, "What do I take from this game?" I said, "I can't say anything to take from this game." And it clearly showed in the Sheffield game. Let me tell you, yeah, these boys are not ready. It's just the truth. We can't keep lying to ourselves here. They are not prepared yet. So I think we'll give them a season or two. So our next game, for me, I'll go with a narrow win, 1-0 to 1. There's nothing special.
That's against Everton.
Yes, because at the moment they don't look like a strong team as well. So I'll just say a 1-0 to 1 win.
But you know that 2 points were deducted from Everton. Was it a few days back? Right. 2 points were deducted from Everton. Don't you think that will serve as a motivation for them to hurt you
See,
guys at Stamford Bridge?
see, I've heard teams saying, "Oh, when a new coach comes in, the team will play with the whole of their heart." But let me tell you something here: they have the same coach, the same players, same mentality. I don't think anything will change. See, I'll tell you one thing with the current players I see at that club. They don't actually play for the badge. Do you do you know who starts for them now as their top nine?
Oh, Calvin-Lewin.
No, he doesn't start.
Oh,
Beto.
are you
Really?
sure? Are you sure
He
it's
was their
Beto?
top nine. Yeah,
Calvert-Lewin is about to leave the club. He wants out.
so he's not been starting. So it's that guy. Just imagine that if that's your top nine going to Stamford Bridge, that guy doesn't even score goals. You know, like he hardly scores. But the guy is like he works very hard, but he hardly scores.
Yeah.
So if
So what's your
if
score
that kind of
prediction?
person,
What's your score prediction? Chelsea Everton.
1-0 to 1.
1-0 to 1. Okay. So John.
Yeah, Chelsea, Everton.
No, not on Everton.
Arsenal.
I want to talk about Arsenal. Arsenal will be playing Aston Villa. You know that's going to be a tough game.
It's not going to be tough. I don't think it's going to be tough.
You don't think it's going to be tough?
I don't think so.
Why?
I think Aston Villa, they have a match on today. They have a match there. Conference League, I think. So we've had more days to rest. And their score depth is actually having issues with their score depth right now. I will not say that form has been poor, but it's not good enough for a team that wants to make top four. That was Aston Villa. Then for Arsenal, I think we pride ourselves in our defense. Against Bayern Munich, we made some mistakes, and I know my coach. I know my coach wants a response from my team. So I think we will win. And very likely we'll keep a clean sheet. Yeah. Why laughing?
Daniel, have you noticed that all Arsenal fans these days, I know my coach. I know my coach.
I like it. I like it. I'm happy for you guys. The fact that you believe in your coach and he's delivering, it's a good one.
Imagine, 2 seasons ago, they were all Arteta out too. 2 seasons ago, they were all Arteta out. You guys even blocked Arteta. You blocked his way. Wanted to kill him. But now, all of you are saying you know your coach. You know your coach. My God. Tables can turn.
When you play around football, you should expect around responses from vocal responses from our fans. Why are we not going to kill him when he was playing poor football? Now he's playing good football. We'll praise him to heaven. But seriously, I think Aston Villa it's really as in the fact that they've gone far in Europe. I think it's affecting them. They play this direct football. Watkins, what is it? 7. This Jamaican. I think they play very direct football.
Leon Bailey.
Yeah, so
Leon Bailey, yeah.
Yes, Leon Bailey. So then Ramsey and Rose, I know they're very direct, and we all know how direct football can take its toll on the body of footballers. So I think they're not as scary. And then their strength has always been going to Aston Villa, playing when they're at home. I don't think they've been pulling up branches on the rest of trees. So I think we should win. And Emirates is a fortress, in my opinion. Sort of. I think we should win them. 2-0. That's my prediction. Why laughing?
No,
My prediction
Daniel,
now.
it's Daniel that's making me laugh. Look at his face now. Look at Daniel's
My
face.
prediction now. No,
Why? You don't think Emirates is a fortress?
What do you say?
It's not that I'm saying that Emirates is not a fortress. Is this person?
No,
I said,
I'm
Daniel that is
directing
making me laugh.
to dogs. Yeah. Why is he laughing?
Emirates is not a fortress.
It is.
Emirates is not a
This
fortress.
season hasn't it been?
Hold on. That's I don't know. Well, we love look, once this one season, it could go. Look, the rest 6-7 games can be bullshit. Next season,
You can't say one season. It has been the same from last season.
if you say Emirates has been so far this season, fine. But drop it off.
Including last season.
If you just drop it
Including
off,
last season.
I could. If I measure up what you're saying, I could also say that under Erik ten Hag, Manchester United is somewhat of a fortress. Though he dropped points like that, but what I'm trying to say,
Last season, though, not this season, under ETH.
what I'm trying to say is
He played 31 games.
we are quick to throw away. We are quick to throw words out. You know, some of the verbs we use, some sort like it makes it seem like we only started watching football. Obviously, yes, the teams are doing well. The coach is having some amazing season so far. Things are beginning to work out for him and all that. But bro, he's basically won nothing. I can put him on par with.
It's comparison. I'm not predicting a match against Real Madrid or Manchester. I'm predicting a match against Aston Villa, and I'm telling you, we're overwhelming favorite.
No.
So if I tell you we're going to win 2-0, I think I have my yes.
Yo, I also think a comfortable 3-1 win. I think Arsenal wouldn't keep a clean sheet against Aston Villa, because of their direct approach from either set pieces or what. So I'm predicting a comfortable Arsenal 3-1 win, though. That's my prediction. But what I'm not saying Aston Villa is going to. They are going to have their moments, obviously, in the game. They're going to have that stretch of 3-5 minutes between, along the line within the game. But what I'm just saying largely is, it's understandable that Arsenal fans have never been here in obviously the last 10-15 years. You've never had it good. But I think you guys should pedal down, like up a bit and just, hold on until you win something. I can put your team. This is your best in the last decade, over a decade, and I can put you on the same scale with ETH in terms of whatever you have won, number of finals you've arrived at, and whatever. And look, come on, I was at the mall the other day. I met a Tottenham Hotspur guy. He was talking up and down, and he was like telling me how it was his best season, whatever. And I'm like, he wanted to shade me, and I was like, your best season, and you're sitting just about 6 to 8 points. As at that time, 6 to 8 points above Manchester United, who is supposedly having the worst season without identity and all that. Well, it speaks to say how much of a little club you guys are. That's why the Giants of London remains.
It's not a competition. It's not Arsenal versus Manchester United. Very soon. I know you guys are going to win the God of Honor for us. Manchester United. 2 games to go. I think they're the penultimate game of the season.
No, I would actually prefer Arsenal to win the Premier League, because these are my reasons. I'm biased about it. being a Manchester United fan, it will be a huge slap. It will be almost like an insult, so to say, that City comes to do 4 straight EPL titles, and then for Klopp, the fact that Klopp is, yeah, I love how Klopp cries. I enjoy when Klopp cries. So imagine, imagine having supposedly Liverpool's best last 8 years, and all you have to show is 1 EPL title and 1 Champions League. I'm so happy about that. I see how he has been crying the last couple of weeks, telling us how Man U should play, how Man U shouldn't play, who will trash Man U, who don't trash Man U. Or I actually don't even care all of that. I just would love if Arsenal wins the Premier League. It begs for a more exciting league, better challenge. It begs for better competition also in terms of transfers during the summer. So when wins are sort of like spread out, when you've got like 3-4 teams doing exciting well, it helps the league largely. There's more competition. There's more like a robust options for some of the best talents of the world when they're trying to pick. So for me, that's my bias. But then again, most importantly, because I'm a Manchester United fan, I can't celebrate Liverpool's win. Neither can I celebrate the noisy neighbors win. I'm talking City. So yeah, I'm for Arsenal. I'm for Arsenal.
Thank you.
Daniel, the problem is that I also want Arsenal to win this league, but I have a problem, and that problem is John. This league, I'm telling you, I have to avoid it for like 6 months.
I think
John, for 6 months.
My problem is also their fans too.
John has not won anything. John has not won anything. But any day we meet, you just tell me, best club in the world. Best club in the world. Arsenal, the best club.
But you could understand their joy. It's like a child experiencing probably their first ever vacation, or maybe their first visit to Disneyland.
Drake, you're getting it all wrong.
Hold on. You see, most of it, look, a larger chunk of the Arsenal, the young or the Arsenal youths now, they don't know what it means to win a major trophy. They are used to the FA Cup, but they don't know what it means to be celebrated as champions of kingship, so to say. So it's.
Can I speak for myself?
Speak.
Personally, the reason why I'm hyped up about Arsenal is this Arsenal team is competing against arguably, if I make arguments for or against, the best Premier League team I've seen. And we are pushing them for 2 seasons now. I'm excited for that. Yes, we did it last season. We what's the word? What do you guys say? We got with it, yes. But this season also, I think I don't know if we say we're better off this season. I think this season maybe we're much more solid. But we're competing against Man City. I think that's why I'm so pumped up, That's why I'm so happy. So it's not really because of maybe we're competing for the league and all about it. That's we're pushing Man City. I'm happy for that. Compared to where we were. Like
for me, I even think. No, I think more than any other thing, I actually even think that I think Manchester City, I think they're nearing their peak threshold. I think the next thing is downhill. I think from what I'm seeing, I think 2 more seasons.
I concur.
Yeah, I think 2 more.
I agree with that too.
Once Bernardo Silva leaves, I think that's where they've been struggling to replace Brondwan. Struggling to replace that guy. That guy is just like I think the closest player to him, in my opinion, is Odegaard right now in Arsenal. I point out that energy. You're everywhere and you are a baller. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Okay, so Ayokule, what do you have to say about United? They will be playing Bournemouth. I remember the last time at Old Trafford, Bournemouth destroyed Manchester United. So what are you expecting?
Well, the problem with Man U is you don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect at any point. So I don't know. Maybe a slim win, hopefully. Last time I predicted a win, they lost. That was no, they drew. That was to Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford. Yeah.
So maybe a slim win. That's what a 2-1 win. That's my prediction. I'm not predicting the style of play or anything. Just because these days you never can tell. That's the truth. That's the sad truth.
So Daniel, what's your take?
I see a Manchester United 2-3-1 on one condition. If he decides to play the whole what does he call it again? His high press
Transition.
his transition football where he doesn't have a sitting four, because he doesn't believe in the idea of a sitting four. He believes in risking it all high or out there on the attack, and then having your central backs sort of dropping into the midfield. It's a very risky game because also of the nature of the players, and he has refused. He's adamant with number of injuries and available players for him. He has refused to go back on it. So if he refuses to consider the middle of the pack, it's actually going to be a very, very, very stiff battle for us. But
do you see him ever considering the middle of the pack? Sorry to cut you short.
No, I don't see that happening, because even last night I was just listening to, or rather, I watched an interview of his. It was after his Ajax team lost. Was he 3-1 or 4-1 to Real? So I was watching. There was this show where he was invited, and a couple of Dutch legends were there, and they were asked, look, he was defending. He defended to the last everything about that style of football. But the thing again is, in the Champions League, that kind of football can work, because the Champions League, like we say, is score, make I score. If you reach post, score, because if I reach post, I will score. That kind of a thing. Everybody is always like just out there to entertain. But if you are looking at the league where you are getting games to play against some teams who will come and decide not to play anything, and sometimes you have some teams who decide to press life off you and choke you with carbon monoxide throughout the game. So he's being adamant and refusing. Just look at how high against Liverpool. Do you see how high Kobe Mino was? Did you see Kobe Mino had to always cover over 25, 28 yards once we are hit on a counter? You could see how Casemiro was always struggling to dash back, because ETH have decided that everybody has to be pegged high. Now we don't have legs, and that was why Willy Kambala was very evident, because he had the pace, he had the energy. So his efforts were there to be seen. And that's the reason also why Maguire struggles most times once we are playing against a team who are also very, very good, which almost every Premier League team currently are good in terms of counter-attacking football, because Maguire obviously is not the fastest central back we have in the world and all that. So that's quite a very risky game. But I can say that why he's insisting to play that is so that every player currently in the squad understands what he's trying to do, so that whenever when he gets new players in, they can quickly just fix them, and it's the same thing, rather than probably going from zero again and trying to learn it. That is me trying to, make some excuses for him.
Yes.
But I think, like Mourinho will say, even Ferguson, you have to adapt to games. There are games you have to adapt to. Like in the Liverpool game, the preview, I was saying that I hope to see Mason Mount start. You needed to adapt to certain kind of games. Have some kind of, because we lack ball retention. We all know that Bruno is not though he retains the ball, he still does it better than in the last couple of years in Manchester United. He has a better ball retention percentage than any other player in the entire midfield. So currently, just back Kobe Mino, since despite how terrible he is in terms of ball retention and ball possession. So that's to show you how poor the midfield is in terms of ball retention. And looking at Casemiro also, watching him from Real Madrid and Brazil, he has never been the best in terms of ball retention. He's basically always
He's a
good
destroyer.
in
He's a destroyer.
breaking opponents' channels, offensive channels, and and then giving out the balls to better passers. Then once in a while, he comes to drop some good forward passes and take some good kicks and all that. But like his strength has never been ball retention or ball progression. And then he's in Manchester United now, where he's tasked to retain and progress. Kobe Mino is tasked to retain and progress. Bruno is tasked to progress. So you can look, if you look at the profile of those players, they don't suit the kind of football that he's intending to play. And that's why sometimes McTominay tends to appear as a footballer. Because it's just that the style of football sort of was what he enjoys. McTominay just wants to run like a mad dog. Whether he is running on position or off position, he basically doesn't care. So that's why he's always shining. Whenever it's an open game, like all these of games against Liverpool, he's playing Leeds United. But there are rooms for him to drive crazy, run, kick the ball, kick everybody, and just play like that. But when you're looking for ball retention, Erik ten Hag, I think Erik ten Hag has to take the risk of playing the likes of Mason Mount, starting Mason Mount. Let's keep the ball better. We saw it the times he came on against Chelsea, the few moments he also played against Liverpool. There was a better composure in the middle of the park. So for me, I would say I will play Kobe Mino as a DM, sitting as a CDM. He's good on the ball. He's calm on the ball. He's anti-press. He's the anti-press player. He's good on the ball. Play him there. He's very disciplined also. And then I can have Bruno and Bruno dictating my attack, and Mason Mount more like a box-to-box. The lad's got the energy and the legs. He's got the ball retention and he's got the mind also. He's quite very brave. So that dynamic surprised the opponent, so to say. Keep the ball. Funny, look, even I'm so also surprised that I think at the Liverpool game, they had about 41% of the possession. I was actually shocked though, when I saw the statistics. I actually thought that Liverpool, well, Liverpool is not really a possession team. They can kind of just like hit you also. So I was actually surprised that because I was thinking the possession would have been like 20-something from what I was seeing with my physical eye, because we struggled to stitch 3 to 5 passes together against Liverpool, particularly in the last game, the Premier League, all that. So I think I see, depending on what the coach decides to do, trust me. But largely, I think Manchester United should be able to leave Bournemouth and with a win. Yeah, I think.
Okay, so everybody's expecting his club to win. John is expecting to beat Aston Villa 3-1, right? I'll be 2-0. I could said 2-0, all right? Or 2-1.
I said 2-1, a slim win. 1-0 or 2-1.
Okay. All right, now.
Talking about
Before we go, there's something I want to say. I want to just answer Daniel. Daniel said the coach is stubborn. He doesn't want to change things, blah, 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 stuff like that. But people forget last season.
No, I'm talking of adaptation to situations. The in-game management.
Last season, he adapted. He was very pragmatic last season. People know that. He was pragmatic last season. He changed things. Instead of playing from the back, he asked the girl to be kicking it long and the rest. But the same media and other fans were saying that, no, Ten Hag needs to play in a certain way, blah, 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 this and that. They were complaining. Then, beginning of this season, he said he decided, okay, I'm going to play this quick transition. But he doesn't have the resources to play that. Maybe I feel that is why he's insisting that this guy is not play, so that they'll know that, okay, this is what I want to play, but I don't have the legs. If fans...
I think that's... Okay.
What is it?
No, continue.
No, I think he's just trying to respond to the demands of fans. Fans are always shouting, no identity, no identity. But last season, the same fans were praising him for the identity. And the same fans also said that this is not the Ten Hag way. Everybody knows that when Ten Hag was at Ajax, he didn't play like that. He didn't play that way.
But what I'm saying is, I'm okay. Look, I'm okay with having having 6-7 players on the offensive in the opponent's half, choking the opponents. I'm okay with that. But what I'm saying is, don't have your 6 go that high, particularly when you have a 6 like Kase, who is no longer the fastest lad. He has always never even been the fastest lad. No, not to talk of now where he's aging. Well, that's just what I'm saying. It's not enough to just have only your central backs sitting between the middle of the pitch. You should have, an extra man who just his job is to watch the flight of the ball, who breaks flows. That's what I'm saying. So have your 6. It's quite very risky. Every time Manchester United is hit on a counter, the opponent looks like scoring. It's terrible.
That's why they concede a lot of shots. That's why they concede a lot of shots.
Because before you go halfway into the first half of a game, within the first 25 minutes of the game, you could see how his 6 and 8 are already exhausted because of how high they go in terms when they are offending, and how much distance they have to cover when they are defending. And that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I understand what he's trying to do. Deny the opponents right from their half. Get them to kick the ball long. You win the ball, possess it, and since you have men out there, his transitions are always 3-4 passes into your opponents. I understand what he's trying to do, but what I'm just saying is, look, you don't have those guys yet. In the middle of the pack, if you must play that way, no problem. Kobe Mino can see that deep. Have younger guys play in the middle. That's what I'm saying. And if you looked at the Liverpool games, the 2 games against Liverpool and the Chelsea game, the moment he made the changes into a traditional diamond in the middle of the pack, there was a better ball retention. And we created more chances. That's what I'm saying. The profile of the players he's currently having, fine. Start how you intend to start, but be cautious of what your opponent is also serving you within the game or during the game, and then see how you can tweak it. That's what I'm saying. I'm in support of. Look, I'm in support of the high. You know how much I love while we watching football if we are not scoring. Like I love it. I love to see the goals. I love to see the risk. And we are seeing in the last couple of games since January, we have seen that Manchester United have been creating more chances. They've become more brave. They are shooting more and all that, scoring more goals. Before the Christmas break, they barely did score 2 goals in games. They always struggle to score 1 goal, but you could see them scoring 3-4 goals now. So I understand it's got the positive and all that, but what basically my care is around the middle of the pack. That's my concern, because you have Bruno leading the press, particularly when Højlund isn't playing. When Højlund is not on the pitch, is also a deficiency, because Rashford, we all know Rashford can be very annoying when it comes to press and drop.
If we leave Daniel now, Daniel go talk. He don't do. Don't worry, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Everybody's expecting his club to win. If they break your heart this weekend, don't come cry for here.
Our network be bad.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you after your game.
All right. Cheers.
Thank you. See you later. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.